are dealing with the largest component, one largest component. Correct?
Yes.
They are all dealing with the largest connected
1, 2, 3, 4,
component.
5, 6th row says that.
True, 6th row is not required. When you are taking one largest component, where do you have to say number of components?
Exactly.
Okay. Yeah.
No, one more thing is, see, how did you get the second column data?
Yeah, the idea is here. We expected one largest component, it is the size of 102.
No, it extracted the largest connected component and found it has 1024 nodes. You can't say you extracted a 1024 connected component.
That given tool is given by the number of components, the size of
No,
components.
but how did you extract that component? What was the program do?
This component. Okay. We given the size.
Second time.
Equal size.
But that is true. Largest component is 20. And there is the same
How
component.
did you extract those nodes?
It should be the same component.
Yeah, this is.
That's what I asked.
How
Okay,
can
the
you
next
do
question.
different ages? Same set of nodes.
So, how did you arrive at the, because see, I have no clue what you mean by those three columns. I'm still trying to arrive at what do you mean by those three columns. If you say component, that column called named component is basically given the input graph, which is the GB data graph, you are extracting the largest connected component and you find it is having 1024 nodes. Okay, I understand. But then what is this proposed doing? What is it doing? What do you mean by it? The component is 1. How is it coming up with that number? How did it detect the 1024? What's the difference between these two columns in terms of algorithms?
You mean by this
So
how?
come one by one. The component, largest component, how did you extract it?
So, these 10104 by program in the depth was search. By using
No, see. You did a standard connected component algorithm and got the first column. That's what I am assuming. Is that correct or is it not correct? Then what is your proposed doing? What has it done? What is the... I didn't understand
So
what is
in
the
the
proposed.
proposed and differential, why do you have 1024 only?
No, the idea is here. We are comparing the component with the component. Whether there's behavior of proposed model and differential data.
No, what is the proposed model? What is the
This
proposed
you
model?
have done with
Yeah.
DFS. This proposed and preferential, you already applied your algorithm and then found out the algorithm.
You are growing the network till it gets those many number of nodes so that you can compare the statistics of the largest component and your model, earlier model.
What do you mean by grow? You take randomly any node in the graph and keep growing that into a social network until you reach a connected component of size 1024. Is that what you mean by second column?
Second,
Third column.
fourth column.
Okay, what the column called proposed?
Proposed.
Okay, how do you do? What is your algorithm?
To show you algorithm.
Oh, that is so, no?
I think maybe you should
Oh,
give
that
a
is so
name to
already.
it.
Is that
Instead of calling it
We
proposed.
showed you.
So the question is very clear, na?
There's much.
See, if you see this algorithm, you start with one initial node,
Or n?
add another initial node, then add another, and you have very clearly said that at a given time only one node is added.
One node adding with the.
Okay, listen, then do you stop at 1024 or it automatically stops at 1024? What is that? That's the
Or
question.
do you stop when the connected component reaches 1024?
1024?
We stop here 102.
It always is
No, the network has got to decide since it's different from connected component
So,
being 1024.
it is always connecting with
So it's always a connected graph that you are
connected.
doing.
Yeah.
So it is a connected graph, so you stop at 1024.
Then 1002.
10,
102.
okay? Okay, now question is, this 1024 which you got from proposed one and the 1024 that you got from GP data, they are the same set of nodes?
Or different?
What do you think?
It's done.
There is no, see, the algorithm itself is always finding a connected node. See, algorithm is
It doesn't have any answer.
So you need to go.
No, but even the connected graph.
See, number of nodes is the same, but are they the same now?
No, that
In a connected
nodes
graph,
nodes are
nodes
not
are
different. The network flow is sheet network from one to
Yeah,
one
yes,
to
yes.
then there is a completely connected.
So what is the comparison?
See, okay. Okay, this is let me say and you tell me whether I am right or wrong. You take some initial set of nodes from your data set, okay, and you keep growing them, okay, and you stop when you reach 1024, you are saying. But your initial seeds are random, are they not?
initial seed start with 1.
You said randomly n vertices in your algorithm.
Here, what is your n?
N size is 102.
What is your initial size?
Initial size start with 1.
Start with just one node.
Just 1.
Any random node,
Yes.
right? And you
From 1.
and you
No.
What is one? What is the level? Right?
see.
Seed from 1.
No, because your algorithm said, if you look at your own algorithm few slides back, it said a seed of n vertices. What is n? What is n? What's the value of n? It's configurable.
So,
Now here you are taking n is equal to 1 for your
Proposal.
For this table, what did you start off with n?
start with 1.
You started with 1.
Yes.
Alright.
Then
Then
connected
in
to
GP
second.
data, whoever are the neighbors, you're looking at them and adding them. When
No,
you say
that
you,
is,
you randomly pick another node and try to add. What is your algorithm?
These,
See, if you take randomly one node and then you randomly pick the next new node, then there need not be a connected component. Whereas if you say you will pick up from one of the neighbors, then you are actually growing a connected component.
these components actually found in GP.
Yeah, she's talking about the
Yeah.
proposed
So
order.
these proposed.
Explain the proposed model, how you are doing. Start with one node.
Yeah.
You do this, but
So
No, that same thing, no? That what you
No,
draw
so
here.
just
Start with
draw
one.
and three nodes then.
start with 1. Second node is extended with the initial plan, and third node is one fourth node.
now the question is,
This
see,
is
you start off with node 1, let's say.
yeah.
Then how will you choose the next node from the data set?
Right. So like this is going.
I didn't get it. That's what I'm saying. See, you have first node randomly you chose from the data set. You chose one node randomly from your given data set. Okay. Now, second node, will it be one of the neighbors of this
So
first
it is
node?
not like that at all.
That's what I think confusion is what is being grown is just a random network which seems to have similar statistics as that are observed in realistic data.
The node
Right?
numbers,
This is
node labels
completely
are
arbitrary.
No, we are not comparing this node label has this degree,
Yeah,
this network
these
has.
node labels
or
are
the
irrelevant.
Node labels are just a node label, that's all. There are 1, 0 to 4 nodes and a network. Here you are growing the network according to the model to a size of 1, 0, 2. And now compare the statistics of both the graphs, that's all. the authors, labels, all those
Everything
are
is
not.
arbitrary.
No, still the question is there, whether those 1024 nodes in the previous network and the 1024 nodes what we are getting here, are they